So 3, 2, 1. Right, we are here at Fitness Factory again to do a pull session. Today I am in with Marc. He is going to do a conventional deadlift. I'm going to do a stiff leg deadlift. That's the main compound of the day, and we're going to throw in some isolation back and bicep around it. So it's been a little while since I filmed. Was it like 2-3 months? Something like that, maybe a bit longer. But we're pretty deep into off season now. So from stage, I'm like over 20 kg up now. Everything feels really comfortable, like firing on all cylinders again. I can do these big main compounds and actually recover from it and actually have a decent amount of strength. So in a really productive place to grow now. So this is what it's going to be for the next good few months. In terms of shows, wouldn't be doing any earlier than late May, sort of June next year. So just at the moment, it's focusing on maximum growth. That's pretty much me for now. And then Marc, we've never got a session together. So
it's our first session together.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a while.
Been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So Marc will just explain where he's at in terms of like his powerlifting goals.
Yeah. So I've obviously qualified for the British finals in May, but I'm doing a warm-up show in January. Well, at the end of January. So I'm roughly about 10 weeks out from that. And there's no pressure on this competition. It's just literally just going to be there just to kind of give me a bit. Let's see where I'm at. So we're peaking nicely for that. Everything's moving really well. Strength is really good. Recovery is really good. So yeah, I'm firing on all cylinders at the moment. And yeah, like I said, the main goal is for May, but this January show is going to be our next goal, basically.
Yeah. So, and then bonus, I've jumped in to that show date to do bench press only. So bench press champion coming through. I didn't want that smoke. I didn't want the full deadlift and squat. Can't handle a full meet yet, but I'm okay at barbell pressing. So literally just a few weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, me and Marc were chatting about it, and he said, "Why don't you do a bench press only?" Like off the cuff at first. Yeah. And then.
So that's been our Saturday session now, isn't it?
Yeah. So now we're locked in together, and we can blend powerlifting and bodybuilding together.
Yeah,
and
it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah, it's something we discussed as well, like how the basics really work, and they have done for years. I've liked barbell press for years. It's what I sort of built my chest on, and since I've been lifting with Marc just for the last month, it's just like my chest is exploding. It's a dominant body part anyway. Yeah. So
it'd be interesting to see what you're going to get at this meet. Really
yeah. At the moment, it's the only thing that I'm obviously stronger than Marc on. But we'll see. I think I'm going to try and hope for 220 plus.
Oh, easy. Yeah, easy.
So a 1 rep max for 220. Yeah. Hopefully I don't tear a pec in the process. And come out as a champion bench presser. Yeah. And carry on with the bodybuilding goals at the same time. So that's pretty much both of us, both doing our bodybuilding, powerlifting, merging the two on a Saturday, and just enjoying the training basically. So we're going to get stuck in now, do the pull session and show you how to get thick as fuck.
Yeah. Thick posterior train.
Let's fucking do it, let's go. We've got a lion hamstring curl now. Marc's going to get into this exercise. I'm going to talk through as he does the exercise, so you can go ahead, Marc, just carry on with your set. So on the lion ham, different machines have slightly different sort of setups with the pad here. Some have this sort of like rolling pad that go up and down the back of the leg. Basically where I want to place this pad is wherever you can place your body, place the leg, so that you get the least rolling effect down the back of the leg. Anyone that's used one of these machines where the back pad on the leg rolls up and down, they'll know that you can place your body, place the pad on the adjustment in a place where it rolls loads up and down the back of the leg, but you want it where it's just going to have minimal movement. That's going to let you focus on getting the most out of this exercise. Some lion hamstrings have a fixed pad. I would rather a fixed pad. If it has this rolling one, don't worry about it. Just get it set there where it's going to stay pretty stationary. That's how we're doing it.
Come on, let's go. Good. 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 Yeah, let's keep it moving, keep moving. Come on, it's just one set, it's one set. Let's go. Good, Ben. Yes. Come on. Good.
Oh, fuck yeah. Jesus.
That was good. Just strict as well.
Yeah. About 22.
Strict.
We have started with a lying hamstring curl. One set, 12 to 15 reps. That is purely just to get a lot of warmth and blood into the hamstrings prior to coming onto this movement. So they're not vulnerable in any way. It also adds a bit of volume throughout the week because you can never have too much hamstring, whether you're male or female. And now we're moving on to the stiff leg deadlift. I'll do some sort of non-working sets on this pullover in between, warm up the back musculature, warm up the lats. Again, they're not vulnerable when we're pulling the heavy weight from the floor, but this is the main event of the day really. So we're going to go for maximum weight on this. After that we'll do some isolated movements, but this is the one we're really going for. So let's see what we can do today on this. Okay, we are halfway through deadlifting, stiff leg deadlifting. So for me, I'm not feeling so good today. It's not feeling nice, the movement. So typically most people do like a top set and a back off set, but I know today, 100%, I'm gonna back off quite a bit. Like if you do your first working set and you feel the form isn't ideal, the connection to the musculature that you want to work is not ideal, then I would back off a fair amount. It's kind of like a redemption sort of clean-up set, the second set. So you don't want to back off so much it's not challenging anymore, but from this I just did 240 for 6 on the stiff leg deadlift. I'll go to 220 and just rep this out. I really want to feel the musculature I'm trying to hit, the hamstrings. I am probably being a little bit hard on myself. I've only thrown this back into the mix and this is the third week doing it again. So it's not bad doing 240 for 6 on the third week back in, but that's just a consideration. When you're in your session, sometimes you just have to play it on ear, by ear, on what you want to do with the weight. Like last week I did 230 and then that felt really good, so I went to 240. Today, if 240 like felt really nice, I probably would have tried 250, but it doesn't feel so good. So I'm just going to back off on this one, tidy it up.
What are you doing like 230?
220. So right now we are doing a pullover. Now, a machine is the ultimate variant of doing a pullover. You can do it with a rope, you can do it with a dumbbell. Obviously a dumbbell will load it more in the end range, but as you come up, gravity drops off the floor, so you're bearing down, pulling the lat down. And then the rope is pretty consistent, but you won't be able to get as stable and load the musculature as much as if you're doing this. So when you're locked into a machine, you can get an extreme range of motion, full stretch, open up the lat, full clover, end range, contract the lat, and really sort of like pre-fatigue it before you do any other back work. Solid back exercise for your lats. Exercise 4, which was a low row. So the theme of this back workout, because I do 2 a week, is sort of thickness, mid, lower back sort of stuff. So we've gone from the deadlift variation, and then we're really primed to just do a low row, fry the lats. After we've done the isolated pullover, pre-fatigue, low row for lats, and then the wide grip pull down that Marc's doing now, exercise number 5. That's typically just to open up, stretch everything out, open it up. Then we'll go on to a bicep exercise, and that'll be it for full day thickness focus. I think something that's really undervalued in training, in bodybuilding, is flow of a session. It's like a symphony. It's like a musical piece. Now, every man and his dog sort of nowadays is programming, coaching. You've got obviously people of all ages coaching, and that's fine, and there's a lot of education out there, but the thing is, I think without the experience, you don't really appreciate the flow of a session. How you marry exercises up together, how they're going to complement each other, where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, placing exercises at certain points throughout the session. So obviously today, lying hamstring curl, 1 set, just to get blood, warmth, into the hamstrings, and then into the deadlift variation. We're doing that fresh before we do any of these movements, so we get the most bang for our buck on that movement. And then we go on to the isolated stuff. Through later in the week, I'll do another back session that's just all isolated stuff. But this, the focus is on that stiff leg deadlift. So everything is based around that movement to get the most value out of that movement. And then the exercises following that, they're that symphony, they're that musical piece. Like they are placed in a certain way to complement each other. I think, like I say, I just don't think people appreciate that enough nowadays, because you can try and target certain areas and slap exercise in any order, but might not be the most efficient, valuable way to place them. So that's just something you want to consider really when you're doing your training sessions, when you're marrying exercises up together. And if you're not sure, just seek help from someone more experienced, because typically, it's not always the case, but when somebody's been in the game longer, they've probably tried a lot more things than somebody that's newer into the game. So just something to consider there. We are on exercise number 6. I can't count what's 5. There's 6.
This is 6. This is 6.
Yeah.
This is 6.
Marc can count to 6, I can count to 5, so we don't have anything to do with that. So the bicep, single arm, for me, Marc doesn't want that smoke, he's hurting his wrist or something.
Yeah.
So
From all the years of muscle, my wrist bit. Yeah. Cry me a river. Cry me a river.
So we're doing bicep to finish basically. So like I said earlier, this is kind of like the main focus is the deadlift. So this is like a density day.
It went really well today. Mine felt really
good. The flow is
Yeah.
really good. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying earlier. Like, a session is like a symphony.
Yeah. Ben's really good at putting sessions together. That's why.
Yeah, when you've been bodybuilding for like 10 plus years, you kind of understand the flow of workouts, how exercises complement each other, where you're going to get the most out of like fatigue of a muscle or an area at a certain point, then moving into other exercises. Powerlifting, less vital. You're not taking really long breaks in between. So, but
again, people think with powerlifting that we do go in the gym and do 1 rep maxes and stuff like that. Like Sam, my coach, is like, he's a big advocate of like a mixture of both. Like, so that's why I'm jumping in with Ben. I do my powerlifting stuff. I've done 4x4 today with my deadlifting, and then I've come in and done like high rep sets with that pull downs and stuff like that. They marry well together. Right? It's good to be strong in all ranges of rep ranges.
100%. So just finishing with the bicep there. On the other back day that I'll do more isolated work across the back of the biceps. More isolated back work, more isolated bicep work. But the deadlift variation, the hinge variation that we do takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and a lot of energy.
I think that's stiff leg deadlift as well with you. It's really helping that glute thing that you've got going as well.
I've got a bit of issue with the glute. That's helping that. So not a boatload of exercises after doing that, because it becomes a very long session. Not going to get very much out of it. Volume wise, we've been doing pretty much 2 working sets and everything, apart from Marc's focus on the deadlift. Obviously you can see 4x4 today. But typically I like 2 sets on most things. A top set, a back off set, or 2 straight sets of a similar rep range, just across sort of like mental and physical sort of understanding of what can you really give before you start pacing, before you are unable to give a real good effort within those working sets. So there's quality over quantity. I've tried different approaches. I've tried more volume, I've tried tapering, more isolated areas, delts, arms, more volume, fair enough. But for the main bulk of no session compound movements, I just think like pushing sets is
Two quality sets.
quality over quantity. That's what we're doing here. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.